Hello, hello, my friends. I'm hoping this is working for us. So I'm going to turn my phone around, show you I'm at the lake. It's Sunday. Serenity Sunday, right? All right. Can't tell if people are on live. I don't know if you're on live. I'm hoping you guys can see me if you're joining me live. Hello, hello, hello. I have so I'm Jody Harvilla, psychic medium. I'm actually from Fargo, North Dakota, and we are doing a little series, Serenity Sundays, where I come on or create a video sometimes, depending where I'm traveling and what the Wi-Fi is like. And just to give you a little piece on the weekend. And so today I'm choosing to be out on the boat because it's gorgeous out. Little teeny tiny bit chilly out on the boat, but it's going to get warmer and warmer today. And I thought I would do a little gentle, kind of a short meditation. A lot of people create meditations and they can be up to an hour long and things like that. And I like doing that too sometimes, but sometimes I just need a breath, right? You just need to take a minute. And I'm really trying to encourage people to get outside. I have noticed the last few years, I've really gotten some big hits to be out in nature, go to some national parks. I did a big, huge trip across Montana 2 summers ago. I walked the Camino. And what I loved most about those trips and where I was out in nature was I didn't have my phone on. I mean, I get I'm using my phone right now. I understand, but this is how we teach these days is through YouTube and all the things that we use. And I'm really finding that when I get outside, I feel better. And I know a lot of my clients have different things from depression to anxiety to they just don't feel good. Their energy feels heavy. They take on too much of other people's stuff. They feel gross and just, energetically, the world can be heavy right now. And when I ask them if they're outside ever, they're like, maybe for a few minutes. I'm like, get your asses outside. I think nature's a natural healer. It was really interesting on the Camino when we walked, and I actually see this not just on the Camino, but I really watched it on the Camino, is so many people touching the trees and the plants and the ferns and the bugs, and like everyone was so excited just to go hug a tree, which I thought was great. I'm a tree hugger. And so if you struggle with, I'm pretty anxious kind of girl. And I've learned over the years lots of different tools. And I'm talking daily. I'm consistently correcting my thoughts or my energy or what I'm doing every day because I do run a little anxious. And that is, I've done that since I was a kid. So I do feel like being outside, like last night I was feeling a little anxious when we went inside. We had a great fire last night. I love fires, and I just wasn't quite ready to like settle down for the evening, and so I just went for a walk. And at the lake it's easy, it's 10 o'clock at night and there's a nice road I can walk up and down on, and so I just went for a little walk just to get some energy out. And I came back and slept all night. It was great. And sometimes it's more than that, obviously. Sometimes you need the meds, you need the supplements, you need different tools. But oftentimes people don't really have an outdoor practice. So I'm really big into an outdoor practice, especially in the Midwest where we have so much winter and cold and cloudy days. And when it's nice and beautiful sky blue like today, you want to get your butt outside. Okay, so I'm glad some people are jumping on now. Yay. All right. So I was trying to figure out how to turn my camera, but I think I just have to turn my phone. So I'm going to do my best to point the camera at the lake, and then I'm going to take you through meditation. Hopefully I'm trying to cover the microphone so it's not super windy. I'm hoping that works for you guys. So I'm going to hold it like this so you can see the lake. And I want you all just to take a breath. In through your nose and out through your mouth. Just take a nice calming breath in through your nose, out through your mouth. And we're just going to really sit in our bodies. Some of you might just realize you have a body because we live so much in our heads. So I want you to feel your feet. I want you to feel your fingertips. I want you to actually be in your body. And I want you to take your attention to your heart space. Okay, and I want to take your attention from your heart space, and I want you to take it up into the sky. So you're going to go past your roof if you're inside. You're going to go past the trees. You're going to go up towards the clouds. And for some of you, you might feel a little energy right before you get to the big puffy clouds. And the big puffy clouds are great, but right below it is kind of that collective energy. So I want you just to intend that anything that's connected to that collective energy gets disconnected, released, put back into the light, and just kind of bust through that collective cloud of energy and go above the big white puffy clouds and take yourself way up into the divine light, the heavenly light, whatever you like to call it. You can imagine that you're an extension cord plugging into that divine light. You're going to call it down into your body. You're going to just let it flow down through your head, down through your neck and your shoulders, down through your fingertips. I want to go down into that heart space. Go down through your physical body, down through your belly and your hips, down through your legs and your feet. Then you're going to go down into the earth, way down deep through the dirt and the rocks and the roots. You're going to go down, down, down into the center, way down deeper than a lot of people go. You want to go way down deep into the very middle of the earth. So if you're a grounder, you like to ground yourself, go way deeper. That's another little trick I picked up on from a suggestion from a teacher on the Camino. Plugging into that grounded earth energy. Some of you might see a crystal, you might see Mother Earth, you might feel that energy. And you're going to pull that back up into your feet. I often see a green light when I'm working with earth energy. Bring it up through your legs, up through your hips, your belly, and then let it land in your heart space so you're connected both heaven and earth. I want you to take a nice big breath right there. And I want you to expand yourself. As big as the house that you're in, as big as the city that you're in. Take yourself around the world. And let yourself go nice and quickly. Just expand, expand, expand way out into the universe. And we're going to call in your guardian angel. So I want you just to notice if you notice a presence to your right, your left, in front, or in back of you. Some of you may recognize that energy. For some of you, that might be super new. And it usually just feels kind of like someone standing next to you, but a little more odd. That's your guardian angel. Ask them to be with you today. You're going to call in your spiritual team, whether you know them or not. I've gotten to know mine over the years, so I kind of call them in by name. But then I call in the rest because there's always more than you expect. So I always call in my spiritual team to be with me, to guide me, to show me the way, to show me the next step, to support me in whatever my intention is for the day. I think we should be surprised and delighted for the day. Enjoy our day in the sunshine. Ask to keep our physical health strong, our mental health calm, our emotional health happy, and just ask that your team walk beside you. I also like to call in Archangel Michael and wrap his blue light all the way around me. And then I also breathe it in. That was actually a big key for me, is breathing in the energy of my guides, angels, and Archangel Michael. To me, he's big blue energy, might be a different color to you. Nice big breath as you bring that energy in. Archangel Michael is often here to help us maintain our energy. He's a protector. He helps us keep our energy in, other people's energy out. Bringing yourself back to your heart space. Knowing that you are connected. You are surrounded by support. You have an intention of being surprised and delighted by your team today. You have harmony in your body, mind, and spirit. Your emotions are nice and calm and serene for Serenity Sunday. Bring yourself back to your physical body. Starting to feel your toes and your fingers. Gently bringing yourself back to the video, back to the room, back to your body. Opening your eyes if you haven't already. All right, beautiful. All right, welcome back, everyone. Come on back. I'm not seeing comments, so I have no idea if you guys are commenting. If you are, I apologize. I can't see them. I still have to learn how to do StreamYard and YouTube on the fly a little bit. We're still learning. And we want to do some videos on YouTube for you guys because it's a platform that's pretty stable. It's pretty easy to use for everyone, and it's pretty stable. So if you could subscribe, that also is helpful. Once I get to a certain amount of subscribers, then I can just do the live stream straight from YouTube, but you have to have a certain amount of people, which is not a big deal. We can collect subscribers. So I would love to have you guys subscribe to this channel. That helps me. Plus, it'll help you guys when I'm doing some fun videos this summer. I plan to keep going with the Serenity Sundays. And sometimes I'll be out in nature. Sometimes I'll be in the camper. Sometimes I'll be at home. Sometimes I'll be traveling. So we'll try to keep it fun for you. So I'll show you a little bit. So I'm out on Shell Lake. So I'm going to do a little scan so you can see how big the lake is. It's a huge, so we usually go way across there to swim. It used to be a super great fishing lake, but fortunately they kind of let the wild rice take over, and it kind of steals some oxygen from the fish. So We don't love that. Used to be an amazing fishing lake. But we still like it. It's a huge lake. We just got the boat out today. So best sound of the summer is when your boat works and you can hear it going across the lake. So Eli and I went and tested it out, make sure I didn't get stranded out here when I was doing this. We have some family coming in today, so we definitely have a fun day ahead. They're putting the boat lift in and all that kind of fun stuff. So we have a busy day. We've had a busy weekend. We've been setting up and cleaning, and I don't know, it kind of feels like May has been unending cleaning at the camper. So I'm looking forward to a nice day hanging out with some family today. All right, friends, you guys have a beautiful rest of your holiday weekend. I will be back again, of course. Check out, I'm trying to think what's coming up. What's coming up this week? I have bonfire readings. I believe it's full, but I'll be putting out a new date for that. I think this week that's all I got going on. We got some stuff going on in Spirit School, and the doors are still open for Spirit School if you feel guided to that, of course. We would love to have you join us for the summer. Otherwise, I will see you next Sunday, my friends. See ya.